Please watch to the end of this video because the clip I had to make for the beginning of this has such a terrible joke in it. Here, just watch the intro.
Holy.
Is that deadly for you?
Was that you?
Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation. See what I mean? That joke is terrible. Alright, so Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation is the third Hotel Transylvania movie, or the Dark Universe trilogy now. And in this movie, Mavis plans a vacation so that their family can hang out. Now, here was my stages of when the first trailer for this movie came out. I thought this movie was going to be awful. I thought it was going to be a trend. I thought it was going to be really bad. Trailer 2 came out. Still thought it was going to be really bad. Until Chris Stuckman made his review a couple weeks ago, or maybe a few weeks ago. And I was like, hey, he's positive. So then I grew to think maybe the movie would be good. And I'll give credit to one thing. I really like Adam Sandler's movie. Once again, he's actually good in this movie. It's quite surprising to see Adam Sandler be good. The animation is the worst in the franchise at this point because there are many moments where the animation is like, yeah, you don't understand what is so good about the animation in the other two. But I still think the animation is fine in this movie. I think it's still colorful, it's imaginative, and it is very cartoony, and I really like that aspect of this movie. Also, probably the most colorful movie in the franchise. It's colorful. I really like that aspect. But God, did this movie forget so many things. Alright, so if you watch the first Hotel Transylvania, if you watch Hotel Transylvania 2 and Hotel Transylvania, one of my favorite parts of this movie that I completely forgot to mention was the environment. I really like the environment in those movies. I think that the way it's all set up, I really like Hotel Transylvania. We're onto a ship, and the environment on the ship is just not interesting. Also, one thing, what else makes the other two Hotel Transylvania movies? The very sharp and really smart comedy. I think that the first one's pretty funny, it's really smart, it's really clever. The second one's even more smart and more clever. The third one is it's not very smart, and it's not even that clever. Like, one thing I really like about the other Hotel Transylvanias is the way they do the humor is it isn't drawn out. It just happens, it's fast. If a joke fails, it just passes by. In this movie, a lot of the jokes fail. But they drag out every joke. Like, not intensely drag out, but they are drawn out. And it really creates a disconnect where I'm like, okay, this is not working for me. Like, there are quite a few jokes in this movie that happen, they're drawn out, and they're not funny. I got myself a few chuckles in the first act. I actually thought the first act was quite funny. Second act, less funny. Third act, hilariously unfunny. Also, one thing that we do see from the trailers is that there's this girl. So now we have our first villain in the franchise, kind of. There's kind of a villain in 2. But there's kind of a villain in this movie, and she is, like, super lame. I mean it. She has plot twists here and there. It's just dumb. I mean, I did not really like her character. And, you know, from the trailer we see that her and Dracula kind of have a relationship. It's in this movie. It's super... There's just no chemistry between the two. Credits go where credits go. The movie isn't all bad. But it's more bad than it is more good. And one thing I did like about this movie is I think that, I'm completely forgetting his name, the director of this movie, he didn't mess up. I think that the directing of this movie is where it stands out. I think that the production of it, it's the animation, it's the way it's all made. But it's just the script in this movie is so dang predictable. It's actually towards the second act where, like first act, I was just like, this is really predictable. And one of my favorite parts about the other two Hotel Transylvanias is the way Dracula looks on Mavis. In this movie, they explore the other side of things, how Mavis' relationship with Dracula. I really liked that. I thought it was nice to see the other side of things. But now instead, Jonathan in this movie, he's kind of always been the comedy relief, and I was like, hey, maybe they could make him an actual character in this movie. Nope. He's the comedy relief. In fact, almost every character in this movie is a comedy relief. I'm serious. Dracula's a comedy relief. The villain's the comedy relief. Everybody in this movie is a comedy relief. And it felt like for the second act, the whole thing is just joke after joke, dragged out joke after dragged out joke. And it's like, it's not funny, and it's all dragged out, so it's really cringy. Great, so I think the first act is where this movie shines. It works, it's enjoyable, I love the environment, I actually got a couple laughs out of the first act. Kind of. It opens with a scene that legitimately I was so confused on why it was even in this movie or why it existed. To make you laugh. Only it maybe made your kids laugh, but not you. This movie has two people. There are two types of people who are going to see this movie. Parents and little children. That's the demographic that's going to see this movie. Little children will find it funny, they'll find it colorful, they will like this movie. Parents are going to be kind of like, I'm wasting my time. Because the movie's not smart and it's not sharp. And it's like super predictable. Because in the end, Hotel Transylvania 3 was really disappointing for me. I really liked the first one. I still really like the second one. And I'm not a fan of the third one now. I don't hate this movie. I don't want it to fail. I was just superbly disappointed by this movie. It's okay in the first act. It's really stupid and there's not even anything going on in the second act. And the third act is downright cringy and bad. And it does that thing where they end the movie with a dance party, and the song they choose, it's like, you'll know it, but what the song feels like it's trying to do is it's trying to go towards that parent audience, and parents will just cringe. It's so dumb, and it makes no sense. Why did you pick this song? Just Hotel Transylvania 3 got a couple chuckles out of me. Just overall, the movie just, it feels like there is something wrong with the comedy writers of this movie and the people who directed it. It is definitely the worst Hotel Transylvania, and I think if you're a fan of this franchise, you like the other two and you want to see the second, check it out at Redbox. If you're just casually maybe kind of enjoy the other two, you didn't really enjoy them, you don't even need to see this movie. The best part about this movie is the animation and Adam Sandler, but overall, Hotel Transylvania 3 was very disappointing for me. I will give Hotel Transylvania 3 a 4. By the way, alright, maybe I'm putting it up par with A Wrinkle in Time, but it's way better than A Wrinkle in Time or The Commuter. Alright, so what do you guys think on Hotel Transylvania 3? I will be seeing Skyscraper next weekend. So yeah, look forward to a review of Skyscraper in a week. I really should have seen that movie, not this movie. But hopefully you do enjoy this review. If you did, like it and subscribe. More reviews are coming out soon. And yeah, see you guys next time. Goodbye! What? Alright, goodbye. See you next. Bye.